Someone recently asked me whether it is okay to bend backwards when performing kettlebell jerk. So to do this. Now, kettlebell jerk is when you take the weights from the rack, drive them into a mini overhead squat, then stand them up. So again, and the question was whether it is okay to bend backwards during the drive, like this. And the answer is it depends. And it depends on two things. First, your thoracic mobility, so the mobility of your thoracic region here, mid-back. And second, your ability to maintain abdominal tension as you extend your spine. First, thoracic mobility. So thoracic mobility is the ability of your thoracic region, which is your mid-back, to flex and extend. The reason it's important is that if you decide to lean backwards when you're performing kettlebell jerk, most of your extension should be happening in your thoracic region rather than your lumbar spine. Most people who lead either sedentary lifestyle or who have a seated job will have a tight thoracic region, and most of their extension will occur through their lumbar spine, which is not advisable under load. It is best to keep your lumbar spine, so your lower back, nice and neutral when you're lifting heavy weights. The reason being that lower back will be more likely to get injured under load if you are moving it. So best keep it stable. So that's reason number one, thoracic spine should be mobile. If you look at kettlebell sport athletes, they have really flexible thoracic spines. You will see them bending backwards when they are driving the kettlebells overhead, because in kettlebell sport, they train mobility every single day in order to allow themselves first to rest the elbows on the hips, because Girevoy rack requires you to rest your elbows on your hip bone, so you have to be able to bend your thoracic spine forward, so flex it, and you also should be able to extend your thoracic spine to lock two very heavy kettlebells overhead multiple times over 10 minutes. So kettlebell sport athletes have very flexible thoracic spines, and they work on it every single day. Because of this, kettlebell sport athletes can arch backwards, and most of their arch comes from their thoracic spine. Second is abdominal tension. So when we are driving the kettlebells overhead, it is very important to maintain abdominal tension, which allows us to stabilize our lumbar spine. What happens when you are arching your back like this? Most people lose abdominal tension. Gymnasts and some lifters can maintain abdominal tension while they're arching their back like this. It is much more difficult, so abdominal tension is harder to maintain when you are in extension. So imagine doing that plus lifting weights as well. So if you can't maintain abdominal tension while you're extending, then it is best not to extend. And abdominal tension is much harder to maintain when you're extending through your lumbar. That's one more reason not to extend through your lumbar spine and to direct most of your extension into your thoracic spine. So for these two reasons, it is best to avoid spinal extension when performing kettlebell jerk. And if you are already extending your spine, focus on only extending your thoracic spine, like so, and maintaining your abdominal tension as you do so. So the way that I jerk kettlebells looks like this. I feel the extension here. So my back extends, but I maintain abdominal tension and I only extend through the thoracic spine. If you're unable to do that, it is best if you do not extend at all and you jerk like this. I hope this video was helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions.